welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170 The Answer. Joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans. Before the break, we were talking with Miss Jessica Macias with Whissel Realty, our East County expert out there. Again, if you want to connect with Jessica, you want to get that market update of what's going on out in East County and Santee specifically, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. So want to turn the attention now. Whoa, look at Jason.
Trying to jump on some buttons. I have no headset, so I'm just going to start hitting buttons.
Love it over here. So we got Scott and Anika with Stage Your Home San Diego. And before the break, we talked that we connected recently. We have a mutual friend, Brian with REIG. He's actually been here in the studio with us before. So he connected us together. I recently bought a home out in Santee. Did some renovations to that home, put the home on the market. You guys came out, staged the home for us, and we were in escrow on that thing within a week.
Yeah.
So that is the proof in the pudding right there that staging a home works. So talk a little bit more about why somebody should stage a home.
Well, the biggest thing is staging isn't necessarily practical for the people who are living in the house if there's homeowners there. It's more important to showcase the space, what can be done in different rooms. Most buyers do not have the vision to be able to see past clutter, to see past a couch that doesn't fit or a dining table that's too big or too small. Staging, it really does amplify each space. We really try to customize the furniture to make it fit perfectly. And then it's the accessories, the stuff that you wouldn't put in your own home, the extra flowers, candles, paintings, art, towels, those kind of beautiful things that really show off, gives you pops of color, gives you some style.
It's the model home experience. It's just the difference of walking in, whether it's a home that's lived in that you just haven't gotten around to setting up the way you saw, maybe a model home when you walked into it. You don't have the time, or if it's a vacant space, it really gives a buyer vision for what can be done in that space, highlights the features of that home, So, or if it's not been something that's renovated, can cover some of the, the not so great, spots in the house, but again, highlights the possibilities of what that space could be, especially if a space is small or if it's got some awkward areas, gives a buyer vision for what can happen there.
You mean buyers? Jessica, you work with a lot of buyers. Buyers don't have vision?
Oh, it's horrible. Walking through an empty house, they think the house is like 2 feet by 2 feet. They think it's tiny. They can't envision what type of bed's going to fit, where their furniture is going to go. So it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just, takes the imagination where it needs to go and, encourages people to sign on the dotted line.
And the physiology, not to get too deep, but your eyes actually go to the furthest object, the first thing that you see when you walk into a room. So if it's the back wall, you think it's right in front of your face. But if you walk in and you see a couch and then a coffee table, and you will actually pick up each thing as you walk in. And remember, first time you show the house, the buyer is seeing it maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's got to pop. It's got to look fantastic. And that's what staging can do for you.
He's got you an eye doctor, too, here.
It's just science. It's just science.
There's a science behind everything. I love it. So what made you guys get into staging homes?
We actually, my wife and I started renovating homes. And my wife was so good at doing our stages that agents started to come in and say, who's doing this? And we ran into a lot of the experience that agents and investors have where the staging wasn't quite there. We were paying a lot, but it seemed like it was one couch, one chair, and a tree in the corner. And it wasn't customized. It didn't have any style. And so Alana started doing the staging of our own properties that we were flipping. And people fell in love with it. And so we were getting agents who were asking us to come and stage their listings. And it completely grew organically from that. We didn't do any marketing. It was all word of mouth. We were getting into these brokerages, and people were really excited about what we were doing. So we started a process of purchasing furniture. We repurpose a ton of stuff. So, because we actually own everything that we use to stage. And that's a big thing to save the homeowner, the investor, whoever's hiring us. It saves them money because they don't have to pay a monthly rental.
Right.
And it really grew that way. We've been able now, we have sales, we have labor, we have warehouse, this whole thing, and we were able to grow organically out of just my wife and I starting a small business here in San Diego.
That's awesome. So how long has the business been around for?
We're going on 3 years.
That's awesome. And so how many houses do you guys have staged at any given time?
We're at about probably 45 to 50 houses at any given time. We staged 25 houses in the last 32 days.
Nice. Nice. Are you guys only doing staging, or do you guys, since she's so fantastic and has that great eye, is she doing anything for other clients?
She does. We can come in, and we actually have a real estate agent who was throwing a party. She said, I need my house designed. So my wife went in and actually did a layout, made the house look beautiful, and she is going back this week now to do the bedrooms because she was so excited about how well the design went. She wants it done all through the house.
That's awesome, man. Congrats on finding the right wife.
Oh,
perfect wife.
Yes.
We're an odd couple in the fact that we've worked together 24 hours a day and have for 15 years. And it's because we have two separate roles, but she is fantastic.
They have a great relationship.
She is so...
Kyle's like, that's tough for most couples, right? Most couples can't do that.
That's right.
24/7. They drive each other crazy, but that's awesome. You guys have done it so long.
And, not to get into the marriage counseling side of it, but if you have two distinctive roles in the company, it can be done.
Oh, my husband and I do the same thing. You have to have different roles in order for it to function. But it works.
That's right.
That's awesome, Scott. He's throwing deep knowledge at us, Kyle.
Yes.
You taking
Getting
notes,
heavy
sir? You've only been married a couple years. This is good stuff.
I have so many little gems of worthless information in my head. It's unbelievable. If we want to do movie lines, I can bang those out, too. It's all stuck in there somewhere.
So if somebody's interested right now in staging their home, getting, their home sold or getting ready to list, or if there's an agent out there listening, what's the best way to contact you guys, Scott?
The easiest way is Anika, her email, direct. Yes. She handles all of our corporate sales. So ANIKA at stageyourhomesandiego.com is her email. Other thing, you can jump on Facebook. Stage Your Home San Diego is our page on Facebook. Ton of photos. You can see the portfolio of what we've got, the style we use. Definitely a good contemporary style. We don't do a whole bunch of traditional ornate furniture. It really fits in San Diego.
Not a lot of big solid oak tables?
No. As the guy who has to be on one end of those things with the labor guy, I'm not into really heavy-duty stuff. So a lot of pieces that come together, fall apart, like glass. Take the glass off the dining table, carry it in, put it together. Right. I love stuff like that.
So what are some tips you can share with our listeners? Let's say somebody, has a house, they're thinking about putting the home on the market, and they want to maybe just do some DIY staging. What would be some tips that you could give to our listeners?
First and foremost, declutter. Whatever you own, decrease it by half.
Yes.
And I'm not necessarily talking about the furniture. It's the stuff on the shelves. Books, painting, pictures, anything on a shelf, cut it by half, put it in a box, put it in the garage. Second step, get rid of family photos. Buyers have a problem seeing themselves in somebody else's house.
Absolutely.
They want to see a generic property that they don't feel is owned by somebody else. Family photos knocks that down right as they walk in the door. So getting rid of every family photo. And then the third thing is, if it has a specific style, okay, it's cool if you dig the Asian and you've got a big Asian influence in your house, but that may actually turn off buyers. You want to make it more generic. So reduce the statues, the things that really are cultural to you, because the toughest part we have to deal with homeowners, we're not designing for the current owner. We're designing for the new potential buyer. Absolutely. You can do that when you're listing your house.
Yeah. You want to think about things that are going to just encourage the multitudes to come in and see themselves in that space. So another thing that most people don't do is really have artwork on their walls. People have a hard time with that. So just, go out, hit up your Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx type places, get a few pieces of artwork just to highlight some spaces in the house, just to keep the eye moving around. And those are some key items to hit.
Have you ever been to Kirklands?
Kirklands is good too.
Yes,
yeah,
for
absolutely.
buying any type of home decor or anything, and usually they have great sales too.
Where's Kirklands at?
There's, I think, an outlet down in
Las Americas. Yes,
and they used to have one in Encinitas, but I think that location closed down. And then, of course, you can go online too and check out their site. But they've got great decor, very reasonable prices.
That's
Home
awesome.
Goods is good too, and there's a few.
Okay, so again, if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys to learn more about what you can do to help them get their home staged for sale, what would be the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, well, you can contact me directly. My office number is 858-247-2407. And again, my name's Anika. My email is anika@stageyourhomesandiego.com. So reach out to me. I'll get you set up. We'll get you plugged in very, very soon.
Absolutely. So again, if you want to connect with Anika, 858-247-2407, we will get you connected with her. I personally use them myself for staging my vacant homes. It makes a huge difference. It's definitely the way to go. And if you're thinking about putting your home on the market and you want to have somebody come out and do a walkthrough with you and help you get the home prepped and ready for sale, that's a service that they offer too. So again, it's 858-247-2407. We're going to head to a break. When we get back, I want to talk to Mr. Jason Hall, the founder of the Carson Chargers, about what's going on in the mortgage market here in San Diego. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays on KCBQ 1170.